Hey guys, welcome back. Our topic today is the hit blockbuster that started one of the most beloved franchises of all time, the 1985's Back to the Future. Here we have for you all the most interesting facts about these movies. Let's begin. Rejected script. The Back to the Future script was rejected 44 times before Universal bought it. After saying it was, quote, a movie about incest, Disney declined the movie. They were referring to the scene when Marty kisses the 18-year-old version of his mother. The DeLorean. Writers Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis actually received a fan letter from John DeLorean after the film's release, thanking them for immortalizing his car. The DeLorean was deliberately selected for its general appearance and gull-wing doors in order to make it plausible that people in 1955 would presume it to be an alien spacecraft. DeLoreans are still built today in Texas using old stock and reproductions. The models built now feature a flux capacitor, which, of course, is just for decoration. Michael J. Fox as Marty. Michael J. Fox had always been the first choice for Marty. Michael has stated that Marty's characterization of riding skateboards, chasing girls, and interest in playing music with hopes of becoming a rock star was the exact same way he was in his own high school days. President Ronald Reagan. The parts of the script with references to President Ronald Reagan needed to be reviewed by the White House for approval so as not to offend the president. Producers had some concerns over Reagan's reaction to Doc Brown's famous line, mocking the improbability of him being president in 1985. Luckily, Reagan was said to have gotten a real kick out of it. Parking scene. While filming the parking scene with Marty and young Lorraine in the car, the production crew decided to play a joke at Michael J. Fox's expense. The scene called for Fox to drink from a prop liquor bottle filled with water and do a spit take when he sees Lorraine with a cigarette. For a specific take, however, the prop liquor bottle was switched for one which contained real alcohol inside. Unaware of this, Fox performed the scene and drank from the bottle, only to discover the switch after the fact. The full gag is featured on the outtake section of the DVD. Crispin Calvin Klein. The reference to Calvin Klein in the bedroom scene is a reference to the fad of the 1950s, where people would have their names stitched into their underwear. Bribe you didn't notice. During the scene in front of the covered DeLorean that would send Marty back to the future as the lightning struck the tower, the camera focuses in on Marty putting Doc's warning note in his jacket. But behind him, we can see how Doc is getting away with not having a permit for his weather experiment by bribing the policeman. Clock Tower. In the third installment of the movie, when Marty and Doc are talking to the train conductor about how fast the locomotive can go, you can see the clock from the clock tower being unloaded in the background. The original script was very different from what we see in the movie. The famous clock tower climax to the movie wasn't part of the script. Instead, Marty and Doc would visit a nuclear test site in Nevada, and a nuclear explosion would send the DeLorean back to the future. The final scene would originally end with George looking at a 1955 newspaper with a picture of Marty playing Johnny B. Good on stage and saying, "It can't be," but it is. Christopher Lloyd initially turned down the part of Doc Brown. Christopher Lloyd was recommended for the part of Doc Emmett Brown by producer Neil Canton. They sent Lloyd the script, but he wanted to be a serious actor, so he threw it in the trash. Lloyd was eventually convinced to take the part when he met Zemeckis, who impressed him when he explained his ideas for the movie and Doc Brown to the actor. Lloyd told Zemeckis he wanted to base the character on Albert Einstein. Zemeckis liked this idea, and Lloyd was hired. highest grossing movie of the year. Back to the Future is revered now as one of the most popular movies ever made, and it pretty much was that way from the very beginning. The film made Michael J. Fox a movie sensation, and by making $389 million at the box office, it was the highest grossing movie of the year. How Marty and Doc Brown met and became friends. Have you ever wondered how Marty and Doc ever became friends in the first place? In 2011, producer Bob Gale answered this question by saying, quote, "He snuck into Doc's lab and was fascinated by all the cool stuff that was in there. When Doc found him there, he was actually delighted to find that Marty thought he was cool and accepted him for what he was. Both of them were the black sheep in their respective environments. Doc gave Marty a part-time job to help with experiments, tend to the lab, tend to the dog, etc." More trivia. Elijah Wood made his film debut in Back to the Future 2, where he played the kid playing the arcade game Wild Gunman in the Cafe 80s. Christopher stated that he always wanted to do one more movie, in which Marty and Doc Brown time travel back to ancient Rome. This movie holds the record of staying at number 1 at the box office for 3 solid months. The production ultimately used 3 real DeLoreans. The Back to the Future trilogy is ranked at number 9 on IGN's top 25 movie franchises of all time. The film was almost titled Spaceman from Pluto. Marty never actually addresses his sister Linda by her name in the entire trilogy. And there you have it, guys, all the most interesting facts about this movie. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Check out our channel for more, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for watching.